Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of the MisanthroPod. I'm Snipe, and I'm joined by Wib here. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, and I'm also joined by Drummer Matt. Say hello.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, he sounds so far away.
Yeah, he's finally got off our couch and is actually in his own house, communicating it to us with the magic of Skype.
Okay, we're lying. He's literally just taken our couch to his bathroom and got the microphone.
I was going to say, you suggesting that your couch isn't my home.
It's a very fair point.
You've hollowed it out, you know, what with house prices in the UK being what they are.
Well, yeah.
That, and he needs to, you know, in order for his teeth not to grow into his brain, he has to keep gnawing on things.
Oh, that is true. That is a problem with drummers.
It's a very common problem. Nothing to be ashamed of, just yeah.
No, it's natural. Yeah.
How is everyone today?
I'm very well. Very, very, very well. It's Thursday, which means tomorrow's Friday, and then I can sleep again, because I still haven't slept since the events of last week, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a second.
Yes, we shall talk about the events that happened.
The incident.
The incident.
But yeah, other than that, pretty good. How are you guys?
Acceptable.
Wow.
We are operating within acceptable parameters.
That's good to hear,
Don't answer for me. I'm doing okay. I've been getting my ass kicked on Overwatch competitive, but there we go.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Oh, they did add the new hero.
Oh, they did. They added like the kick-ass sniper grandma, who I'm in love with. She's amazing, and I wish she was my actual grandma.
Have you seen her, Matt?
I have literally... I've barely been on the internet since we got home, to be honest, so... No, Sniper Grandma.
Sniper grandma, she is amazing.
That sounds amazing.
She's like a sniper / healer. So she basically, you got to shoot your teammates in the arse if you want them healed. Or you throw health grenades.
Health grenades, is that what they're called?
Yes, it's so stupid. It's perfect, and I love it.
Oh,
the real question is that all of her shots, depending on whether you shoot a friendly or an enemy, do different things. So it either hurts them or heals them. How do the bullets know who's a friend and who's a foe?
Now that's some crazy quantum shit, man.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, Overwatch is set in like 2076. I think it's around that time, so it's really far future. So smart bullets are just a thing. So they're like, you know, you're firing bullets and you think you're gonna hit a friendly teammate and they're gonna do the big Healy thing, but then the bad guy jumps in. The bullets are like, whoa, better hurt this person, and then they just swap modes and hurt the person. In
short, you don't know.
No, I'm telling you, this is probably completely legit.
Okay.
I was going to go down more of a sort of weird quantum bullet route, to be honest. They are both things until observed, and then they become the one thing.
Which is exactly what I was about to say if Drummer Matt had not interrupted me.
Well, we should probably get off the topic of Overwatch because we talk about it all the time.
Yes, this is
and get on to the big story that we're actually a few weeks late on.
I wonder if anyone could guess what we're about to spend the next 3 weeks talking about.
Ooh.
Yes. So, you've both been playing a lot of Pokemon Go, haven't you?
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. You know it's my destiny.
Okay, let's not do that.
Okay.
I've not really played it very much because
you're a Luddite and you hate mobile phones.
That is true. I don't have a smartphone or indeed a phone, so me playing it's quite difficult.
You've kind of been playing it vicariously through me.
So. Oh yeah, I've been witnessing the bizarre social experiment go down.
Oh, it's beautiful. Even getting away from the whole, let's not get into how actually technically awful the game is and how there's not really much to do. It's fantastic from a weird, crazy social experiment point of view.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Well, for starters, it's got you two asking, Matt, can we go outside and have a walk? I'm like,
okay, that happened one time.
Twice. It happened once, and then you said, that was awesome, can we do it again?
Okay, twice. Causality does not equal... Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, but in this case, it kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up.
It's brilliant. It's just got people talking to each other, and Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's like the first time, like, because we went out when we were recording, and we stopped off at a park that we requested to stop at, and we were just walking along, looking at our phones, and there's like these few guys come up to us and go, "Excuse us, have you seen that Cedra knocking about?" And we're like, no, we haven't. But there is a Hitmonlee right here, and it was just like, oh my god, they've literally got all of us like pasty nerds out off the couch, apart from Drummer Matt because he lives on the couch. And like made us go out and communicate with each other. It's fucking fascinating. And like so many
it's
so many
brilliant.
so many different game companies and all this kind of stuff have tried to gamify the exercise game, and then Pokemon Go comes out, and when it does work, just fucking blows them all out of the water. It's absolutely fantastic in principle when it works.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, it's like the best worst mobile game.
It really is.
Yep.
Because, like, yeah, I mean, the game itself is kind of whatever. It's barely a game.
Oh yeah, it's literally just walk 1,000 miles to look at a Pikachu.
Yeah,
I guess.
pretty much.
Oh, you found a Pikachu?
No, I didn't, and I found a Squirtle the other day though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I started with Squirtle, but I found another one.
Nice. I still need to find another Charmander.
Well, that's the problem. Like the starting ones, like they're like unless you happen to live in an area where they are numerous, then there's no fucking chance of you actually being able to evolve it. Because I think in the entire time that I've been watching you play the game, I've seen you encounter one of the starters outside of that initial encounter.
And that was that Squirtle the other day.
Yeah, and that's in what, like 2 weeks or something?
Yeah, pretty much constant playing.
Yeah, because I know it's been out for. I mean, how long's the game officially been out?
Oh, it was out last Friday in the UK, I think. It was Friday recording time. Because I had it like the Friday before because I did a little thing.
Yeah, it was a bit. I think wasn't it like Wednesday or Thursday? I'm sure it was only a couple of days into recording.
Yeah,
We
it
started
must
on
have
Monday,
been...
so I think it would have been Wednesday or Thursday, maybe.
Yeah,
Because I only got it because I couldn't be bothered for the whole difficult faff of the whole 20 seconds of changing my region to get it non-officially. So
Which
I
is
wait.
exactly what I did. But...
Yeah, no, I should have done, but I was couldn't be bothered. So I waited for it to come out officially because I'm totally legit and whatnot.
And even then, you weren't rewarded for waiting.
No.
Because the game, like, barely fucking works.
I liked how they were like, we're not going to release it until it's ready. Let's release it when it's not ready.
It was like, we're not going to release it until we're completely satisfied with how well it runs. And then they release it, and it's literally just held together with pubic hair and yeast.
Thing is, I don't blame them at all because they released it in one region to test the servers, and everyone went, you know what? They've only released it in one place because it's not ready for everywhere because the servers aren't ready. But let's download it anyway. I'm sure it won't matter. If it's only me, it won't make a difference. And then obviously everyone done it, and then
10
it
million
ruined
people
it.
have done it. Yeah.
And so I don't blame the guys at all, to be honest, because it's the most It was like the most popular Android app, like basically ever, like more active users than basically everything. And I was
Well,
like,
it's got more active users than Twitter, hasn't
And
it? Which
Tinder.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, 4 people use it, so. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't like Twitter. It's for old people and weirdos. Sorry, don't put that in. I'll offend everyone.
I'm so putting that in. You're right, mate. I am not old, nor... Okay. Well, I might be a bit of a weirdo, but I'm not old.
But yeah, like, so. But it's been a lot better since then. I think they've actually gone. Because I think that's the thing. Like, it's the most popular for like game, and like you can't be so narcissistic. You've got to. You think, okay, well, what happens if our game is the most popular game ever? Like, you can't base everything around that. So you've got to sort of cope for a sensible number of people, which this game has not had.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah, it's a truly ridiculous amount of people been playing
So,
it.
to be honest, I don't entirely blame them, really. I mean, I guess they could have sorted it out a bit quicker once they realised that everyone in the universe and his dog had downloaded it, but...
Like, the only thing I can compare it to... You know, like, because you know how you go to a park now, and you'll encounter multiple people looking at their phones, swearing at Pikachus.
Yeah.
And that's something which I've never seen before outside of, like, when I was back at school, and there'd be whatever fad was around, and because you were in this, like, small little... like concentrated group of the most susceptible to fads people, which is small idiot children.
Yeah.
And when you are a small idiot child, and so you'll be walking around the schoolyard and you'll see people with yo-yos or pogs everywhere or whatever the fuck the thing was, or Digimon or whatever it was at the time. But to see that as an adult in the wider world is just completely unique.
Yeah, totally. And such a widespread thing. It's not just a school or a town. It's just bloody everywhere.
Everywhere.
Exactly. I mean, it's like I was in a Lidl with Zoe, and we were checking it as we were at the checkout, and this married couple who are a good few years older than us, like this guy leans over and goes, "Oh, if you're looking for Pokemon, she's keeping them all in her bedroom." And I turn around and I'm like, "Okay, this could potentially be dangerous." And I'm like, "Oh,
it's
really?
millions of licky tongues. It's weird.
My wife has a problem, okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, is that where all of them are? I've been looking for them. You've been smuggling them away." She's like, "Yeah, they're just all in my bedroom for some..." And they start talking to me about Pokemon and how, like, they were at the pub with their sister-in-law yesterday, and she was like, "Quick, we've got to go out here." And then everyone was like, "Why?" It's like, "Because there's a fucking Lapras outside," and like half the pub leave to go and stand in the middle of the fucking street and try and catch this Pokemon. It's like, that is just... Like, people like our age and significantly older, as well as kids.
Yeah.
Like, we bumped into a couple of kids, like a little girl and her little brother, who were like, "Excuse me, have you seen..." Like, because we were looking for a Jinx. I was like, "Have you seen the Jinx?" And we're like, "There's a Jinx over here." And then we realised that was really weird, because we're like in our 20s and little kids were following us around that we didn't know. But
Yeah, but that shouldn't be, like, it shouldn't be, I know it is, but it shouldn't be a problem, like, you know. People have just got to stop assuming the worst.
yeah, but otherwise I think it's just so, yeah, like you say, it's so weird that people of all ages are really getting into it.
Yeah.
And this is literally, you walk outside and you'll see someone on your phone and you'll be like, "I know what you're doing, sir."
Yeah. I've got so many sly nods to people walking around and be like, "I know what you're up to, and you know what I'm up to." That's just nod. It's so cool.
Pokechus are amazing.
Yes, and also, as well as good to people, good to businesses, and good to, like, I don't know, like gig venues. Like, last week we were recording, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a second in more details, but we were recording with the lovely Piper, and she's in a band, and they had a gig on the Friday night, and the gig venue happened to be a Pokestop. So they put a lure down and got people in to watch the bands, purely because there was lure there, and they went in to get some Pokemon, and then they were like, "Oh, well, while we're here, let's check out the bands." Like, that's
Holy
brilliant.
shit.
That's absolutely brilliant.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Like, it was only a few people, but, you know, at gigs where a few people is like doubling the audience, so...
Well, yeah.
Nowadays, certainly.
Playing in a ska punk band, are you playing to 3 people? Well, that's the best one you're going to have this month.
Are you playing to the other band playing? Yeah, basically.
But yeah, like, they put down a lure, and yeah, they genuinely got people in who weren't going to be at the gig otherwise.
No, I have seen, like, massive increases in foot traffic
Yep.
and local businesses getting loads of sales, and it's like, oh my god, this is insane. How good this is doing.
It's really, really cool. And yeah, all around this game that barely fucking works.
Can you imagine how good it'll be when it does start working?
I mean, I will say, this is the thing, because, like, as mentioned earlier, I don't have a phone.
I'm working on getting you one,
Yeah,
though.
but that's the thing, like, for a long time I've been like, I should probably get myself a phone and keep it topped up and stuff. I should really do that, because there's occasions where it comes in very, very helpful. I mean, we're usually together, so it's not the biggest deal, but I kind of want one. But Pokemon Go is kind of making me go, not only should I probably get a phone, but I should get a smartphone. Like, this is what it took for me to actually want a phone.
Yeah.
Because, again, I've played a little bit of it on yours.
Well, every now and again you'll just be like, "Hey, I caught you a Rattata.
Yeah.
Here's some candy. Thank you."
But it's that particular type of crap game that I get really into. So I could totally see me, like, getting really obsessed with it, because it's all about, well, you're filling bars with walking around and collecting something. And those two things, I don't have a good history with in video games.
That's a bit of an unhealthy attraction, huh?
Yeah, because it's that thing of that if something's like outrageous and there's no possibility of me ever doing it, then I just go, fuck it, I don't care. But when there's like an achievement that's like achievable or something,
like 100 kilometers.
it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do that. Like it's like the Binding of Isaac stuff. Like how I played it for fucking hundreds of hours. Because the achievements in it, I was like, well, they're really hard and will take a lot of time, but I can totally do them. It will just take me a while. And I kind of see that's what Pokemon Go would end up being for me, and that's probably a bad thing, and probably a reason why I shouldn't have a smartphone.
Yeah, but then we'll be so powerful, because we will be able to walk literally anywhere and have super massively muscular legs that, like, the police won't be able to stop us, and we can do whatever we want.
The police capture us, and we just kick open the doors of the car.
We literally just walk out of it Like there's no steel in the way, and they're like, Pokemon Go has made the nerds too strong.
Yeah, totally.
That's literally what their plan is, to basically make us all so buff that we take over the world.
And then we all buy Nintendo products forevermore.
Yes, probably.
It's the only way they can guarantee sales on the Wii U.
Or the new one, anyway.
Well, the NX, I guess, now.
Yeah.
The only flaw in that plan is that in this new world that we now live in, you basically need a phone or electricity to take over anything, and we'll have the physical strength, but when we won't have any phone battery. So
That's true.
kind of, we get
Yeah.
more of one but less of the other. We probably won't get any better at taking over anything.
Unless we can figure out, like, how can we hook up nerds to generators so that they power their own phones?
This is how the Matrix starts, isn't it? With Pokemon Go.
Well, I saw a great tweet that was like, the best trick that Skynet ever played was calling itself Pokemon Go. Which is like, holy shit, it's
Fantastic. And the servers seem better now already.
true. They have gotten better.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
They-
Oh, they were fucking terrible that first
Ooh,
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say first week, I mean those first couple of days.
It felt like a fucking week. Oh, it felt so well.
Anything else to say about the Pokemon Goes?
Well, I was going to ask what level you're up to now.
Oh, I'm level 11 now.
Oh, I'm 10. I've nearly caught up with you.
Oh, no, I've been using the lucky egg.
I
trick.
haven't used one yet, but
Well, basically, you save up, you stockpile candy, and then you pop a lucky egg and do whatever you can.
yeah, I kind of didn't realise that, so I evolved some, and now I'm back to collecting them because now I've realised that that's what the lucky eggs do, because I just didn't know.
Do you still have an army of Zubats?
Yeah, how fares the Zubat army?
No, I've got a pretty high level Golbat now because I basically fed all the Zubats to that Golbat effectively.
Oh god.
Yeah, just for the people at home, we went to the park when we were recording, and Matt basically stood in one spot for it felt like hours, but I imagine it was probably like 15 minutes catching many Zubats for his Zubat army.
I had an amazing Zubat army for a while. I had like 2 full screens worth of Zubats.
You mean approximately too fucking many Zubats?
Approximately too many Zubats. But they were Zubat slaves for a drummer nation, so it was all good.
You monster.
And he ground them all down into candy and then
Yeah.
fed it to their, I don't know. It's
Kin.
not, yeah, it's not really their brother, but
Older brother.
yeah, you fed it to their elder brother. You monster.
And then immediately caught a higher level Golbat.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So
Did
then
you
fed
feed-
the
Oh god.
one that had eaten everything to this other Golbat. This game gets really dark if you start thinking about it.
It gets really dark very, very quickly. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Cannot recommend this game. It's got some very dark undertones there.
Dark themes.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
And I guess last question about it that I can think of is what are the best Pokemons? But I'm gonna say Pokemons because the internet started saying Pokemons and it's stuck in my head.
Pokemans?
Yeah.
I prefer Pokemans.
What is the best
myself.
Pokemons you have found so far?
The best Pokemans.
I say the best, meaning like the most interesting, not necessarily the highest level or whatnot.
I'm trying to think. I caught I did catch a Squirtle the other day, which was just a miracle that I managed to catch it because servers being what they are, I was like, yay! And then it did the ball freeze trick, and I was like, fuck.
Ah, no, Schrodinger's Squirtle.
Yeah, and then I had to restart it, and then I didn't catch it, and I was heartbroken. And then it was like, bzzzt, I'm in the exact same place, by the way. And then I managed to just catch it, and then it broke. And I was just like, fucking, it has like a CP of 36, so it's fucking weak as toilet paper.
Yeah, the second Squirtle I caught, well, the first one I caught after my starters one was CP10. I was like, dude, all you're going to get done is eaten.
Like, why?
But I'm actually not going to feed it. I'm actually going to save it until they bring in trading, because then it might actually be worth a decent
fair
trade, even
point.
though it's a low level.
Oh god, that was reminds me. Piper was telling me that there are some Pokemon that are only available in some certain countries, and that is true. And it's like, oh fuck, Pokemon Go! I'm
Yeah,
not
I
made
don't-
of fucking money.
So far, the only ones of those I've read about, people have been like, yeah, well, I caught that in a different country. So far, all I've seen is that that's not true.
Well, fingers crossed that isn't true, because that would be really lame.
There will be presumably more rare ones in more interesting locations, but as far as I've seen, because there was someone made a big chart of like easy and rare ones, and it was like one of the ultra rare ones was Drowsy, and I've had about 1 billion of them. So
Same. It's like,
Oh, they were all over Huddersfield.
yeah,
They
and they're
were
all around,
literally
they're all
everywhere.
around here as well.
yeah. I mean, like, I just really, really badly want to catch a Cubone because they're so badass.
Oh yeah, I got a Cubone.
Aw.
That's one of my favourite. I got Cubone. I found an Eevee finally. I know you had one already, but I finally got
I
one.
found like 8.
We stopped
I
off
don't
on
fucking
the.
care.
We stopped off at the services on the way down to Bristol on Monday, and then I was just like, well, I'm just waiting around, and oh, the services happens to be a Pokestop. Okay, well, I'll get out of the car and wander over to there, and then an Eevee turned up, and I was like, oh yeah.
He's a pretty bad. How is your partner dealing with all this? Is she okay?
Yeah, I think she's getting a bit bored of me ranting about it because I keep going on about how good it is, not as a game, but just as a social everything. Like, and she's like, yes, no, I get it, it's fine.
Ooh. Is Pokemon Go endangering your relationship?
Well, maybe.
But
No,
it's okay
fine.
because you got an Eevee. It's fine.
Exactly.
She's just jealous because she doesn't. So whatever.
She's just jealous because the balls I throw at her are much less nice than Pokeballs.
And that's a thing that you've now got to live with being on the internet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how else to round up that fantastic conversation.
Speaking of balls, I found a Voltorb as well. Which was,
Voltorb, nice.
it was in my bathroom or my kitchen, I can't remember. It was in my house somewhere.
That sounds just dangerous. That's like a health and safety violation.
Yeah, well, that's why I put it in a really tiny prison. So.
That's shaped like it in order to mock it.
Yes, exactly. It's perfectly fitted, so it can't actually move. All it can do is just spin around.
It's literally just sitting
That's how I
there
generate
in a
power
void
now.
of darkness.
Yeah, it is. It is
It's
basically
like a Chaos Dreadnought.
Yeah, it's purgatory for
Yeah.
Voltorbs,
Pretty
basically.
much.
What have you done, Drummer Matt?
Actually, as kind of a related thing, because this just might be a fun little thing. What is what are you Pez favourite Pokemon like in general,
In general,
like outside of Pokemon Go?
I'll let Drummer
Because this sounds like the sort of question that people should be answering on the internet.
I have thought about this in no possible way, but I'm possibly going to go with Growlithe. Because they're dogs, and also they're on fire.
Not Arcanine?
So, yeah, and they're more like puppies. The Arcanines are a bit grown up and old, and that's fine as well, but less cuddly.
No, I get you. I'm probably going to say Cubone.
Yeah, Cubone's pretty good.
Or, I don't know, like one of the latter generations. I guess Houndoom is fun because it's stupid. Or Tyrant, because it's literally a T-Rex.
I do really
Oh,
like
nice.
Tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
completely-
literally just a cute little cuddly T-Rex, and I'm like, I love it. But yeah, Cubone's the most legit because it's wearing its mum's skull.
Yes,
and
no,
it's
totally.
basically everything I aspire to be, a little dinosaur wearing your parents' skull.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
about you?
Fair enough.
I'm not sure actually.
I think I know.
What?
Slowpoke.
Oh, Slowpoke
Oh,
is pretty
yeah,
good.
Totally.
Slowpoke
Oh,
is
yeah.
pretty legit.
There is a part of me that really, really likes Oddish because its just derpy little face makes me happy.
Oddish is a derp.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm the
It's
sort
like
of person.
a reject Ribena.
What?
You know, like the little Ribena. Don't laugh at me. You know, like the little Ribena commercials where there'd be little Ribenas wandering. I mean, blackcurrants.
The thing inside the cordial known as Ribena, it's a blackcurrant drink. Those berries are not called Ribenas.
Well, well, now I know that. Well, it looks like a little black currant that's going to be in a Ribena advert. They're like the really suicidal Ribena currants.
I do remember that, and now no one who's listening to that will probably remember that, but that was an old ad campaign a while back for Ribena.
That had Oddishes in it.
Which had little blackcurrants who ended up basically committing suicide to make blackcurrant cordial.
Like all these little Oddish kind of like Ribenas were jumping around going, oh, let us die so you can put us in your body. And it was just like, why do you think that's a good ad campaign?
That was weird.
Yeah, but you remembered it, and now you're talking about Ribena on a podcast, so you know it works.
Sponsored by Ribena. I want to put that inside my body.
Shit, yeah, I don't really know. I mean, there is that one that I always forget what it's called, but it looks like a chinchilla, and it's just a really adorable chinchilla Pokemon. I always forget its name.
Magnemite?
No, it's not. It's not a Gen 1. And also, yes, I know what you're doing there. But no, it's not Gen 1. It's like, I think it's like Gen 4 or something. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to Pokemon.
Ditto.
I just saw a picture of it and I was like, that's the most adorable goddamn thing in the world and I love it.
Oh, a Minchino, possibly.
That sounds about right.
What about Gardevoir? Everyone wants to put their dicks in that.
The first sentence about I'm being really rude and googling this while we're talking. I just typed in chinchilla Pokemon, and there's lots of pictures of this thing. The the Bulbapedia, the Wikipedia of Pokemon.
I am aware of
The
this.
first sentence of that is Minchino is a furry.
Okay.
What? Well, there's nothing wrong with being a furry.
No, there's not. But it's when an animal starts being furry. Like, I feel like animals would wear like people suits if they want to get the kink on.
You mean they'd be referred to as skinnies?
Yeah, maybe.
Or fleshies.
Oh, I don't like flesh.
They will all hail the new flesh.
Oh, God. Okay, maybe we should stop talking about Pokemon.
We should stop talking about furries because then we'll get on to the anime convention where I realise that I don't entirely hate girls wearing animal ears. So
Yeah,
the conversation goes down a deep dark hole.
Tangentially, we went to London Anime and Gaming Con where Drummer Matt found out that he likes kitty maids.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't find out that I liked them. I just found out that in the future there's a potential that I might like them.
Okay, dude.
I feel like that's an important distinction.
You need to fucking commit. You like Neko Nyan maids, and you got to admit that. You got to embrace it, man.
Look, no one's going to judge you if you just own it.
Yeah.
Like it's this non-committal. Like maybe I'll get a semi sort of thing. That's what we're taking umbrage with.
Yeah, just admit that you have a full raging boner for kitty maids.
I'm saying nothing.
See, shame is not. It's not productive. I'm just saying. And like, your girlfriend. We're gonna see her, and she's gonna start accidentally, casually slipping the word "nyan" into conversation.
And we'll know what you've been doing.
We'll know what you've been up to.
Yeah.
So it's best if you just admit it.
So on that subject, so we put up a video.
We did.
The other weekend about our little adventure to the Anime Con and Shantyfest.
Which was basically just a festival in a field that's mud, because that's what all festivals are.
Yeah, you keep saying this. Like, that festival, honestly, there was no mud there at all compared to most festivals.
I've never been to... Well, I probably have, but I can't remember.
You're painting a very dangerous picture of this. It was mostly grass. We didn't literally have to, like, wade through it.
Compared to festivals, it was not bad. Mostly because there was no bugger there.
Well, yeah, that was the main thing.
Well, comparatively.
Mud implies people, and people implies,
It
was a lovely festival.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
It's just a shame that... Well, there were more people there, but they just all turned up after the best two bands played.
They just didn't seem to like live music at this live music festival.
It was a little weird.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give a little bit of a groundwork if someone hasn't watched the video that we put up. So our band that we are in, we got booked to play this music festival called Shantyfest, which is a charity festival, raising funds for, was it like water in Nepal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just general funds for Nepal, so because of the whole earthquake thing.
Yeah.
So just brushing that off slightly. I don't mean to diminish it at all, but
it was very, very just cause.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was like every pint sold provided water for like 30 people for a month or something, like the funds for that, and every meal sold provided food for like 3 families for a week, or like things like that. And it was just like, oh, that's really
it wasn't
idea.
it wasn't like stupid expensive festival food either. No. So it was expensive, but it was charity expensive rather than just festival greedy bastard expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a weird little thing that we encountered.
Had a lot of because our friend band Last Edition played, and they did well. Which people they covered
One Step Beyond.
One Step Beyond, and there was like no one there for it. Like, we were there, and we were like, yeah, music that we know, and by people that we like, woo!
By a band that's a better version of us.
Yeah. And then they got off. They finished, and we were wandering back to their living area with them, and there was they put music on the loudspeakers, and they played One Step Beyond, and suddenly all these people swarmed like, oh, I like this song. And so it's like there was literally a fucking band playing a cover of that.
A really good cover as well.
A really good cover. Where the fuck were you? And I could not figure out what the audience wanted. What did they want? Did they want to throw coloured chalk at each other, or did they want live music?
Or did they just want to get really, really off their tits?
Maybe that's a festival thing, just getting wasted you can't see properly.
Yeah, people go to festivals to get high or drunk or whatever, which is fine. I'm not judging that at all. It's just that...
No, fair enough.
The festivals aren't cheap.
Yeah, why go out there just to get so rat-assed you can't see or remember anything? I'm not judging. I have trouble understanding.
Yeah, well, it was like the people, or the person that is mentioned in the video we put up.
Yes, names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Well, mostly because I don't remember their names. Who ate a sandwich full of MDMA.
Oh no, it was worse than that.
Was so fucked up. You're like, you're not going to remember anything about this weekend. Like, we're dealing with people who got to the festival, lost their car keys, and then, even though they had a tent, didn't put it up because they were too wasted the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were sleeping in other people's tents, having, I think she said, 2 sexes.
She had 2 sex, yeah.
Yeah,
she.
Yeah, which isn't ideal on
Any front, really.
No. Yeah, the weird thing is like, okay, this jam and this MDMA jam. I will give a bit of backstory on that. So we're like sitting around with Last Edition, just chatting and hanging out, and this girl comes up to us with like a jar of Tesco home brand jam, and she slumps down, and like we think, oh, it's one of Last Edition's mates, and they presumably thought the same.
Well, they thought it was one of our mates, not
yeah,
one of their
it was one
mates.
of our mates, and then like she kind of pisses off for a moment. We're like, oh, so who's she? And they're like, we don't know. She's literally just showed up, and then she starts offering this jam around. And the bassist from Last Edition, he's like, yeah, I'll have a bit of jam. Has a bit of jam, and then like 10 minutes later, she's like her friend comes in and has some jam, and she's still offering jam. And it's like, oh, there's nothing in it, is there? And she's like, yeah, it's full of MDMA. And we're like, what?
Oh.
Oh.
And we're like, Sam, are you okay, mate? And he kind of just sits there and he's like, oh, okay.
Okay. That's a thing.
Yeah, and she's like, but...
I imagine by this point, I assume it wasn't particularly mixed, and it was halfway down the tub of jam, so I'm assuming that it was just residual effects, so it's probably fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and it would have been
fine.
so little that was in his... He wouldn't have felt anything.
And then they brought out the pate. Which I don't think it had anything in it, but they did say that they put cocaine in this pate, which is the most middle-class way to take cocaine.
And cocaine begins off being pretty middle class in the first place, so
yeah, and then they put it
to
into
top
fucking
it,
pate.
yeah.
And then we started talking about, like, stuff like, I don't know, LSD foie gras and things.
Weed pot noodles.
Yeah, and it did turn out that the pate did not, in fact, have cocaine in it. They were just playing up.
They were just being twats about it.
They were just playing up to it. Although that didn't stop. That didn't stop us all panicking when a dog just ran in and then nicked off with the pate.
Yeah, this dog kind of snuck in, and then just like it all happened in slow motion. We all locked eyes with this dog as it slowly kind of like snapped its jaws around this pate, and then bolted like Satan was chasing it, and we all kind of half got up like, no!
Because as far as we knew, we just accidentally gave a dog cocaine, which is probably a bad thing.
The dog is fine, in case anyone's worrying, the dog is fine.
Well, I don't know, I never fucking saw it again.
The dog is fine, it wasn't pate.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped running yet, so we haven't caught him, so he's fine.
I think he's around like China at this point.
No, we were told, there was no cocaine in the pate, and the dog's probably fine.
There was no cocaine in the pate. The dog will be fine.
So yeah, that
was still one hell of an interesting evening.
So yeah, so we saw some bands there as well, which were...
Like there was that I can't remember the guy's name, where he basically dressed up as like Alfoil Soler.
It was called something like Experimental Sonic Machines or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And he was just so strange. He was fantastic.
He'd made a robot that like played drums.
I know. It's like
it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
It fit very much into that sort of thing where you're like, I don't know if I had the freedom to do that, I'd do that, but I'm glad that you have.
I'm because glad that this is the thing I've seen.
Yeah, I know that someone in this universe sat down and just went, you know what? That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, apparently he was on Britain's Got Talent at some point.
Really?
Oh, really? Nice.
Huh.
Yeah, he was on Britain's Got Talent. 2016. When was this article from? April. Yeah, apparently he was on Britain's Got Talent. So I'm sure if people want to, they can probably find a clip. There's a clip on YouTube. I'm sure. Do you have links in the show notes, like for people? Is that a thing you can add?
Don't think so.
Oh, probably. I don't know.
No, I mean, is it a thing? I know you can add them, but I meant, is it a thing you specifically add?
I don't normally,
Okay,
because...
So I can't say link in the show notes. But if you go, I'm sure you can find it on the internet. People are savvy.
Yeah.
Really? Have you ever actually told someone to even follow a link you're giving them?
Yeah, true. But no, he is The experimental sonic machines. That's the right name. So you can Google that, and then it comes up with the link. So if people are interested.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
No, because he is very, very entertaining.
Yes.
It's a very interesting thing he's doing.
More power to the guy.
Yeah, totally.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do we do after that?
Oh, we also witnessed the birth of a new creature, the drum grub.
Oh, yes, the drummer grub. Yes.
The grumpy drum grub.
Yeah. So we all ended up having to sleep in the same 2-man tent. Well, the three of us
You,
did.
me, and Drummer Matt.
Yeah.
Dicko was luckily sleeping a good few feet away, so we didn't have to listen to his horrifying snoring.
Yeah, Dicko's snoring is pretty bad.
It's eldritch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we couldn't hear it, which was amazing because he was only a few tents away. So like, it was bizarre that we couldn't hear
It
it.
must have been all the drug in the air absorbing all the sound.
Yeah, maybe.
That's probably
Very insulating, I hear. The aura of drug.
The aura of drug is incredibly insulating.
But we couldn't sleep, so unfortunately we made Matt have a very rough night's sleep.
Yeah.
So became a grumpy drummer grub in his sleeping bag.
Sorry, dude.
We're sorry.
Well, I don't think I was entirely awake at this point. You just assumed I was grumpy because I was trying to sleep.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, we were kind of, like, lying there, like, very quietly chatting, and then you just kind of, like, threw yourself into the corner.
Oh yeah, no, that's I think that might be because your idea of very quietly chatting is not at all quiet.
Well, we try, okay?
I know. I was just
God,
like,
you're
just
so
go away
judgmental.
and talk somewhere else. And you did eventually.
We did eventually.
Like,
Yeah, but the thing was, we thought we'd end up we thought if we're here, then we're probably not gonna. We might not wake you up. Whereas if we leave, we're gonna tread all
Yeah.
over your head getting out. So we
Which
definitely
we
wake you
did.
up.
but awake for 5 minutes is preferable to for awake for like 3 hours.
Okay, well, we know that now, don't we? Still a grumpy drum grub.
Nah, it's fine. It's you kind of assume that you're not going to get much sleep in tents. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found out that basically I can't sleep anywhere but my bed. Yeah, I've become that person.
yeah,
You're an old man. Yeah.
It's very annoying.
that's why you've got to that's why we go off in the van and do things because you've got to keep trying and eventually you get used to it.
Yeah,
You can't get off the barrel because you can't. That's just like giving in. We're not that old yet. Right.
Yeah, we
right.
are.
I don't know. I'm 30 next month.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Holy shit! In
But I mean,
in
that's
fucking
not
how many
old.
days is it? Oh god.
Yeah, in, like, less than 2 weeks, you're 30.
Well, in like 20 days.
Whatever.
And now everyone knows your birthday.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've never hidden my birthday.
Maybe you should.
No, and also, no one knows the day that we recorded this.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
true.
Yeah.
It's definitely not
Yeah.
the 14th of March.
Oh, that month.
Damn it, Smarch.
I couldn't even make up a fake date.
The 14th of meow, meow, meow. Yeah. See, it's the kiddie talk. He wanted to say nyan so hard.
Oh yeah.
It's probably true.
Yeah, I guess we should get on to what we did the day after that,
Oh,
the
yeah.
festival.
Oh, can we just give a quick while we're on the festival, quick shout out to bands that I mean, the experimental Sonic Machines guy was entertaining, but I don't think you'd listen to a CD of his in the nicest possible way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
do
That's
listen
something
to a
you're
CD
saying.
of which I've been into because I bought and I've been meaning to lend it to you guys. What they called Bear Makes Ninja were very good.
Oh, yeah, they were good.
They were really
They
cool,
were
yeah.
really good.
They were a 3-piece, almost early Biffy style, noisy, with like 3-part harmonies and stuff. They were cool. And there was a band that was very much in the vein of Go Bordello,
Oh, the band from Barcelona.
who were called the Freak Fandango Orchestra, and they were
Yeah,
very
they
good.
were
They were
phenomenal.
very good as well. So
Yes,
Yeah.
they were amazingly good. Yeah.
When in the video where I put together a montage of
Me looking like Ethan from H3H3.
yeah, about basically you pair dancing around like fucking idiots.
Hey. Shut up.
Yeah, the music. The music you were dancing to was it the Freak Fandango? You say?
Freak Fandango Orchestra.
Freak Fandango Orchestra. Yes, they were really cool.
Barcelona.
I did really enjoy those. Unfortunately, we kind of missed a lot of the bands, mostly through lifting amps through like many hundreds of meters and
Yes.
dying, and then literally busting my knee for many days afterwards.
Yeah, you did, huh?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Because you're an old man.
Yeah, no, something. Yeah, moving those amps across all that distance. Something just went pop in my knee apparently,
Yeah.
and so after we got back, I was woken up in the middle of the night by excruciating pain in my knee.
So I had to pump you full of ibuprofen.
Yeah, that was unpleasant. And then for the next like 4 or 5 days, I was just always on painkillers because it was the worst pain. That was unpleasant.
There. But you got better.
I got better, so that's
Fine.
good.
You walked it off.
But yeah, we also went to, the day after that, we went to the London Anime and Gaming Convention.
Yeah.
We did, and it was
We weren't at all
crazy.
exhausted.
Yeah, it was exhausting and awesome, and I got to meet Big Boss, and that was cool, because I think I really kind of worried him on a fundamental level. Because I saw him in, like, the corridor, and I just, like, as soon as he walked past, I saluted really stiffly, and it looked like I really made him jump, and he was like, oh, fuck!
But it's
like,
just, well,
bitch! Salute me!
You made a sudden movement in this periphery, like the periphery of his vision.
You make me sound like I lunged wildly at him. I
Well,
didn't.
as far as he was concerned, you might as well have done.
I didn't mean to scare Big Boss. I didn't realise he was so easy to startle.
Well, I think, again, in the nicest possible way, you've got to assume that most people there are going to be easy to startle.
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I feel really bad about that, actually. I was just like, oh, it'll be really cool and do something in character, and he's like, ah! And then kind of like gives me a wonky salute as he's trying to run off because I'm scaring him.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, fair
But
enough.
yeah.
And then I found him later and got a photo with him, and he was kind of like, this bitch. Which, you know, I guess I can forgive him for.
But yeah, it was a quite a cool little convention, although we didn't spend that long there, because obviously travelling throughout most of the day. So we didn't see that much of it. Although you did get a really bizarre memento. The cube you
I
got.
got a Far Cry Primal cube.
Because
Ubisoft were there for some reason.
yeah, they were there, and they were giving away stuff. And by giving away stuff, I mean, you know those promotional things you get in, like, game stores? So, like, the big, like, standy...
Like cardboard displays.
Like cardboard displays.
I wanted
and
to
stuff.
take that, but there was no way that would fit in the van.
But they had those for like Assassin's Creed Syndicate and
Driving game, I think
The
that was.
Crew and Far Cry Primal. Just like random bits of promotional stuff for like game shops. And they were just like, here, take them, they're free. So you now have a cube emblazoned with Far Cry Primal's logo all over it.
Well, the thing is, if I had gone there and not gotten a cube, I would have regretted it, because it's too fucking weird to not have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted the cube.
The cube. We must all now obey the cube.
Obey the cube. Pre-order everything. Sandboxes are good.
Climb all the radio towers. Pre-order your wife. And all that jazz.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Ubisoft.
But
yeah, there were kitty ears there that I really wanted, and Drummer Matt really wanted to get for his girlfriend because he's a massive Nyan fan.
Oh, yeah,
So-
maybe. I also wanted to get the Squirtle snapback cap thing, which was amazing. And then
Because it was metal as fuck.
decided to get it right after they basically closed all the stores. And then looked on eBay, and it was more expensive on eBay than it was there. I was like, but I assumed everything here was like 4 times the price of everywhere else. Cause,
That's usually convention
Yeah.
rules, but yeah. Weirdly enough, it wasn't. Saw some good cosplay. I saw one Overwatch cosplay, which I was really surprised
there was
about.
someone as Diva,
There was
wasn't
someone
there?
as Diva, and it was a really good cosplay. And she was talking at the main desk, and I was like, I won't harass her. And then she just wasn't anywhere. She just like Schrodinger's Diva. She just buggered off.
Oh yeah, there was a couple of interesting events that happened while we were doing this.
Yes.
Do you want to do the good one or the bad one first?
well, let's start with the bad, because we've had good up till now, and then we have bad, and then we have a good at the end. So it's like a bad,
Okay.
bad sandwich. That's what you're aiming for.
Okay,
You're
we'll
a
do a
bad
bad sandwich. Well, it's not even really bad; it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, it's actually quite good.
And so, while we were playing, obviously the convention's going on around us. It was quite late in the day that we were playing.
Oh, was it
and-
like 6 or 7 or something?
6, wasn't we playing?
Early for a gig, but late for a convention.
Late
Yeah.
for a convention, yeah.
So we were playing, and like we're a ska punk band, so we make a lot of noise.
But we're a band. We make
Well,
a lot
yeah.
of noise.
And after we'd finished one of the songs, a guy walks up to us, full of self-importance.
Full of pep and piss and vinegar.
Who I should mention, we did get on film, so he should be fucking grateful that I didn't put him in the video.
We were going to put him in the video but blur him, and then we realised, no, we're better than that. We're better than him, so we're not going to do that. We're not dicks.
Hang on, did you get the whole event on video?
Yeah.
Only the start of
We
it,
got the start of it.
because I didn't realise what was going off to begin with, and I was just turning the camera off because just recording some stuff.
Yeah.
You should have just picked it up and filmed him right in his fucking face.
I really should have.
And then he would have probably just slunk off with all of his impotent rage.
But yeah, so this guy came up to us and was like, he turns to Dicko, he's like, can you turn it down a little bit? Because, like, we're having a DDR tournament next door, and we can't hear the music. And it's like, well, no, we can't turn it down, because the drums are the volume that they are, and we all have to be the same volume to meet that. And we're playing a gig here. We're like, this is something we've been contracted to do. We have to do this. What do you want? And he's like, oh, well, I spoke to the sound guy, and he told us to speak to you. The sound guy just shrugs at us from across the room.
Like, ah.
Yeah, we look over and he's like, ah.
and then he goes on to the PA, and the sound guy says, "It's just, yeah, honestly, if I turn it down anymore, then it's not really a gig." So
we stand here for like just going, dude, we can't fucking turn it down. And then he just kind of like storms off, and like Dicko, while the guy's having a go at him, turns to the microphone and goes, "Ooh, we're being told off," which is the worst thing you can do when somebody is actively stood in front of you and telling you off.
I don't think I helped matters when he was walking off, and I was like, "Ooh, I hope he doesn't go tell our mums."
I didn't hear that.
That's fantastic. I hope he fucking heard it.
Yeah, I think
Considering he was moaning about how loud we were, I assume he probably heard it, to be honest.
I mean, it's like I have sympathy.
Oh no, totally,
but like he'd like
yeah.
arrange something, and it, you know, the other things arranged at the time were too loud for you to hear it.
No,
but
that's understandable. But at the same time, you don't fucking come up to us. That's not us. You go above our heads to the people who have contracted us to be there at that time, and you complain about scheduling.
yeah, because that's a scheduling issue. It's like, we can't do anything about it. We're like, what do you expect us to do? Just go, oh, sorry, we'll just bust out an acoustic set now.
Or leave the fucking stage. Like,
Yeah,
what
just-
do you expect to happen?
Or just go, oh, sorry, I didn't realise DDR was happening. That's more important than us playing our original music.
We set fire to our instruments. Please continue.
What were we doing? I'm sorry.
God, we're
I'm
literally Hitler.
I'm sorry we
man.
interrupted your rhythm game.
God, that was... I remember I was talking to the bassist of Remake, who the band after us, who are really, really good and you should check out. And I was talking to him, and I was like, careful now, you might get told off. He was like, what? And I told him what happened. He was like, if he I hope he fucking comes up to us, because I'm gonna play so fucking hard. I want to see him fucking come and ask us to turn it down. We unfortunately didn't see Mr. Indignant for the rest of the game.
No,
The rest of the
I
match.
suspect that his DDR tournament, which was presumably completed with no one being able to hear the music at all, was concluded by that point. So,
Yeah, which I do feel bad that, it fucked up someone's tournament, but at the same time, don't be a little fucking dick about it.
Yeah, because all you did was antagonise us, really. That's all that was achieved by what he did.
You just made us laugh at you.
Yeah, and made it a story on the internet.
Yeah. God, send your green shirt with a stick up his ass.
Yeah. And again, like, that was the thing, because he was wearing a fairly distinctive shirt. So when I originally had the footage to put in the video, and I was like, anyone who was there who had seen that guy, they'd probably recognise him. And yeah, I don't want to be that kind of dick.
We kind of do, but we decided against it.
I decided to be the bigger person,
The bigger dick.
the bigger dick. Yeah.
So yeah, that was very interesting. Very tiring weekend, but a lot of fun.
Oh, but there was the other thing, which was cool, which is that Robert Axelrod, the guy that does the
yes.
voice of Lord Zed, was in the crowd.
He lowered himself to listen to our shitty music.
You can actually in the bit of footage that I had of the guy being indignantly angry at him, you can actually see Robert Axelrod sitting down. So I know he was actually there because someone told us. Someone came up and told us that he was that he'd seen us.
Yeah, because we had a couple of dancers and they were fucking
They were
hardcore.
brilliant.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, a guy came up to us and said, by the way, Lord Zed's voice actor was in the crowd because he's here today doing like a talk. And we were like, really? And he's like, yeah. And we kind of assumed that we kind of like were like, okay, apparently this is a thing and that's really cool, but we didn't know it was true. And then I checked the footage and I was like, shit, yeah, he really was there. So yeah, we can officially say that our band has been watched by Lord Zed, which is kind of incredible.
That's a childhood dream come true.
No, it is. There's something kind of cool about someone who fundamentally entertained you a lot as a child, and then you've for like 5 minutes entertained them. That's quite nice.
It's
And
awesome.
you were wearing an amazingly appropriate shirt as well, so
Yeah, I was wearing my Power Rangers shirt that day, so
so yeah, that was good.
That was fantastic. And yeah, as I said, we had a couple of dancers, a couple of people cosplaying, a guy and a girl, who like went up to Zoe and were like, oh yeah, we can dance for you the whole time, joking. And Zoe went, okay, and then went, it will be done. And
Yeah, they took
did.
that
They
mission seriously.
Yeah, they were fucking hardcore. So they were like literally at either side of the stage, just doing like making up dances and doing them.
It really annoyed me.
The entire set, and it was like, fuck, these people are so committed,
They
and they
were-
were so awesome.
They were so.
It really
very
annoyed me
damn-
that we couldn't get any footage of them doing it, because where they were, we couldn't see them from the stage, so I
Yeah.
couldn't get the camera to look at
and
what
we
they were
can't
doing.
really hold the camera while we're playing.
Yeah. But no, kudos to those pair. They did fucking great. Like for what we were on for like 40 minutes or something,
Yeah,
and
they were solidly dancing that whole time, like complete champions. It was amazing.
they were very very sweaty at the end of that.
Yeah,
Poor
very, very
bastards.
moist.
But no, so it was a fun little convention. It would have been nice if we could have been there for like longer and stuff. But you know,
I think Shanty the previous day we left when we could.
oh yeah,
'Cause
there was no way of us being there for longer.
No,
so,
yeah.
but it was really fun what we did. What else we got to talk about?
Well, we did recording last week for the album,
Oh yeah, we did.
which we kickstarted, and loads of lovely people contributed.
Yes.
Yes, including a lot of people who watch the channel. So yeah,
Yeah,
thank
so
you,
thank
everyone.
you
Thank
so
you,
much
thank you,
for
thank
that.
you.
We're going to be... A lot of people got the £20 one, which was you or me, Wib-and-I drawing stuff for you guys, which is like, shit, yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that. So,
So expect a lot of dicks.
if they want dicks...
Well, I
mean,
will
don't-
probably because I'm meaning to send out the survey to find out t-shirt sizes and what drawings they want and things. So we'll probably ask them if they've got any sort of hints or suggestions. I guess.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna we're not gonna be able to do things like, oh, I want a Gundam fighting an octopus over the city of Sydney. Like, if you just go, oh, I want something, I want a Pokemon, then we
Yeah,
can do it.
yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
too specific,
Yeah.
because otherwise we just won't have the fucking time to do it. Basically,
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so we went off to Huddersfield.
gorgeous
Which is
place.
amazing. Yeah, I know. I forget. I used to go there loads when I was at uni because I was at uni in Leeds. And I had mates in Huddersfield, and we used to go, but I only used to get the train to the centre and just see the uni in the centre bit, and didn't really see much of the outsides. But it's so green.
Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's like got properly old like cobble work and stuff. It's just so beautiful.
It's so nice compared to the really shit place we live.
Yeah, yeah. And we stayed in like a really nice apartment because we did
Oh,
an
yeah.
Airbnb, and it was, oh my god, this place was so hipster, but in like a really good way. In the way
It-
that like everything looked really fancy.
It was
like
it was
a peacock orgy.
It was hipster in the way that Drummer Matt wants to live there forever.
Well,
I kind of do
yeah.
as well, to be fair.
Apart from the internet wasn't brilliant, so
Well, the internet was shit.
well,
But
it was
that was okay.
good enough for Netflix and YouTube and stuff. So
I know,
it's
but
good
it's
enough
not as
for.
it's not the best. But
No.
yeah, that was like the weakest point of it. And there was like a little right around the corner, which is perfect.
And there was a Pokemon stop literally on the corner of the
There
building.
was a gym. There
Oh,
was
it
a
was a gym,
clock
yeah.
on the side of the building, and in that clock was a Pokemon gym.
Yeah, it was a
That
very.
Valor kept sneaking up in the middle of the night and taking over, and I got really angry about that. Especially because Denton picked Valor because he's a complete bastard, and didn't pick Team Mystic. Because Team Mystic, we ride together, we die together.
Yeah, I'm still.
Saying.
Even though I am technically them, I still don't feel any attachment.
No,
to,
I don't.
to
I
them.
just know that it annoys Denton.
I'm just like I totally want to be the yellow ones. I don't even know what they're called, but Team Zapdos, man.
Team Zap,
Blat-
I think you mean
blatantly
Team
the
Instinct.
coolest. Yeah, blatantly the coolest.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like I think I only really care about it because Denton cares so much. Because we found out that he's like psychotically angry.
He's trying to wean himself off it
Really?
because he thinks it's a terrible game, which, in fairness, it mostly is.
Well, it's not the
That's
best, but at the
not the
same
point.
time, too bad. Well, that's just because he's Team Valor, and well, you know what those folk are like.
But yeah, so we stopped over in Huddersfield for the best part of a week,
Hmm.
and got the main bulk of recording done for our album.
Yeah. And it's sounding good, and it hasn't been mixed or anything yet. It's just been recorded. And...
But yeah, so we recorded with a guy called Kerry Hughes,
Who's
a
fantastic.
sound engineer, and he's really, really good, and
He has the most wonderful accent.
he gave us the greatest sentence that I've ever heard.
It was after Dicko had recorded some guitar, I believe.
Yeah, after Dick had recorded some guitar, he turned around and went, "I deleted it 'cause it were jizz."
Yeah, Dicko was like, "Oh, you're probably just gonna kick me out." So you can. He's like, "I deleted it because it were jizz." It was the most perfect thing I have ever heard a human being say. It was fucking
Yeah.
angelic.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to record with him, and also we had Piper Dawes as our producer.
She is fantastic.
Yeah, we had an engineer and a producer. I feel properly fancy about that.
Yeah, and it was really, really cool. I think we've managed to. Well, I say we. I mean, they managed to make our songs sound the best they've ever sounded.
Absolutely.
And so hopefully we'll have a really, really cool album. And the best part about it was when because I don't know how much people at home will know about this, but what sometimes you'll do when recording a song, and what we did this time was to get the drums down, we all played along so that Matt could get his drum parts kind of recorded alongside them, so he'd know exactly where in the song he was.
Yeah, so I think you play to a click, so it's all nice and roughly in time. But then every other time we've done it, it's just been me in a room, and to try and get the sort of feel for the song as you're just playing and trying to you're spending half your brain trying to remember which bit you're up to because there's no cues or anything. But then even then, it just feels really rigid and unnatural. So just having people playing along, even though we ended up re-recording all those parts, it just makes it like
gives it so much more life.
Yeah, totally.
So we sort of record a really, really rough version to get the drums down, and then the rest of us go in afterwards and re-record our parts, and much neater.
Yeah.
But we got to the end and we recorded the song we've talked about in the podcast before of Granny Saw My Dick Today.
Yes, we did.
And it was great to record, to just go through that whole song and then get to the end of it, and then there was a pause. And
we
then
heard Kerry on the microphone in our earphones.
Yeah, okay, so we've got earphones on where Kerry comes over that, so he'll like tell us if we need to redo a part or whatever. And then there's an awkward silence at the end of the song, and then we just hear, "Fucking hell."
Which was so perfect.
Like, we're seeing both his and Piper's reactions to that song has been glorious.
Yes.
Oh, it was great. Especially because, like, I turned around and went, "Oh yeah, mate, it's based on a true story," and then there was silence, and I was like, "I've done good here today." I did. No, it's not. It's not. We pretend it is.
Yeah, it's all about one of Zoe's friends.
But yeah, so that was a lot of fun, and we didn't get everything finished.
No, we need to book another weekend at some point to get the vocals and the rest of the rest.
Mostly finished. Oh god, I did mine. I did like my recording for bass, and I stood up for like 9 hours, and that was fucking hardcore.
Yeah,
it was. It was, about 9 hours of playing bass solid.
I can't play sitting down, so I basically had to stand up, and I went through so many bandages because I bandaged up my fingers because I had new strings, and new bass strings are like playing cheese graters, in my personal experience.
Yeah, they're not particularly pleasant.
No, so that was just like, fucking hell, that was a hard day. Fun. Fuck if it weren't.
I think
hard.
it took two days for drums. It was ludicrous.
Yeah, you did really well.
I think it has to like get. The first thing, as you start adding things, it gets, I don't mean less important in terms of the instrument, but less important about getting it exactly right, because everything has to follow it. So for like, by the time it got to like Dicko's guitar, there's only vocals and brass to record after it. But it's like, if you cock up at the first thing, everything else, like I did in bloody Lobsters, everyone who has to record has to match up with your cock up, otherwise it sounds really bad.
See, I didn't notice that.
No, you somehow managed to.
But Matt and Dicko really fucking did.
Yeah. There's a weird off-timed thing in the bridge.
No, it's an intentional part of the jazz solo I do. Shut up.
Sorry, jazz drum solo, man.
You meant to do it, therefore it's fine.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, I didn't do it. I didn't intend to do it, but I didn't intend to do it on purpose as an art piece. So
okay.
You didn't intend to not do it.
Okay, my head is melting. I can't understand half of what's happening here.
I think in essence, Huddersfield was badass and recording was awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, it's the only place that I've found where the Chinese takeaways do shrimp fried rice, and I had the nicest fish from a fish and chip shop.
Yep.
Because I'm a healthy adult who doesn't eat takeaways.
Yeah, you can probably tell that we ate a lot of crap over that week.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
I was trying to think what else we ate, because I said to Ruth, well, we only had one takeaway and then also fish and chips, which doesn't count as a takeaway.
Oh, no,
I was like, well, what did we have on like the 4 other nights? And I was like, I have no idea.
Dicko made us like bolognese that had a bottle of red wine in it.
It was awesome.
Because apparently we didn't drink enough during that week. Well, to be fair, we didn't drink much during
No, we got through.
It was in the last couple of days we had like a couple of drinks.
Yeah, I think we're not going to have to get too much in depth of what we ate and drank, otherwise I'm just going to become like a 10-minute long advert for Aldi. Because, like, I was working at,
Well, it was Lidl.
No, it was Aldi, the one that was on the corner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I keep thinking they're the same
think
supermarket, and they
yeah.
keep changing their names to fuck with me.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think Aldi tends
It's the whole
to do...
gaslighting thing. That's what Aldi and Lidl are doing. They're gaslighting a nation. It's the worst.
What?
They're gaslighting us.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, gaslighting is where you basically it's an abuse thing where
Oh, a cheery topic then.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
well, you fucking asked, okay?
I did ask.
Where basically your abuser is like, oh no, this didn't happen. It's all in your imagination, and they basically play it off like that. So that's what Aldi and Lidl are doing. They're pretending that they're separate supermarket chains, but they're not, and they keep changing just to make us all think we're crazy.
They are owned by brothers, aren't they, or something? There is some connection between them, I think.
I don't know.
No, but they're brilliant. Aldi's awesome.
This podcast is brought to you by Aldi.
Oh no, totally. Yeah, no. If Aldi ever wants to sponsor me to do basically anything, that's fine.
Aldi, they sell the things we want to put in our body.
Aldi, or possibly Lidl, depending on what quantum state the shop currently exists in.
Oh my god, we've had quantum bullets, and now we have a quantum fucking supermarket.
I realise that we spent a lot of this time like, how widespread are Aldis and Lidls? Because obviously they're European, but I don't know if they're present anywhere else in the world. Because this is probably a really confusing conversation.
So an Aldi/Lidl, which are literally the same fucking thing, and I don't care what anyone says.
They are differences, but I can't remember what they are.
They are kind of like a quite cheap kind of supermarket where you can get a lot of kind of food from other countries.
It's mostly full of own brand stuff, but the packaging looks very, very similar to the actual stuff, and then it also tastes basically the same, but it's like at least like half the price.
Yeah.
It's
just fantastic.
Yeah.
So we should stop advertising for literally everything.
Yeah, we should stop filleting Aldi.
We really should.
Although if there's one about that also happens to be a Pokestop, I think I'm moving in.
As long as it's got good internet.
I guess trying to get Pokemon Go to load whilst in an Aldi is basically the summary of what happened last week.
Yeah,
pretty much what happened. And I guess we played instruments or fucking something unimportant.
Yeah, those are the only two states that were occupied during that week. Is recording or in Aldi trying to catch Pokemon.
Well, to be fair, he was kind of recording or sleeping and was kind of lying about the flat going, I'm tired and my arms hurt.
Yeah.
And then trying to catch Pokemon, I guess. But damn, yeah. Fucking exhausting week, but so much fun. Oh my god.
Yep, and yeah.
And so we are super, super behind on all of our schedules. It's like we've got the we've got our yearly Q&A video to get sorted out.
And we've got another video due for Saturday, which we've got to fucking do.
Then I've got to get this sorted out for fucking Monday. Oh god. There's so much to do and we are so behind.
Oh yeah. I blame Dicko.
Yeah, we blame Dicko.
Yeah, it was just Dicko's fault for everything.
Yeah, why not?
He's the reason the Pokemon Go servers aren't working properly.
Yeah.
Because he's downloaded all of the Pokemon.
Yeah, he downloaded them all at once.
He downloaded them all at once, which is why the servers can't handle it, because he also downloaded their internet.
He downloaded Nintendo's internet.
He literally downloaded Nintendo's internet.
Well,
the bastard!
The dick.
I know, right?
You see, speaking of someone who used to do broadband technical support for a job, I can't see any problems with what you just said. That can happen.
That's literally what Dicko's done. He went and downloaded all of the internet, and then he deleted the internet.
And all the servers were deleted along with it.
Yeah.
So
because he literally put Internet Explorer in the recycle bin.
Oh, shit. No coming back from that.
No, that's it. The internet's fucking gone now. We've got to rebuild it from the
Some
ground
of all human knowledge just gone now.
Yep,
I mean, to be fair, if we can rebuild it without Internet Explorer, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think I did have something else to talk about, but I think next time, because basically, in the hour that we got delayed before doing this, I was preparing for a thing, and the thing is happening tomorrow. So I will talk about that thing on the next podcast, I think, after the thing has happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it football?
No, it's not football.
Okay. Is it sex?
No. Well.
Is it Nyan Nyan Kitty?
No, it's not that.
Ponchin.
I was reminded to talk about it when we were talking about the anime convention though with their cosplay. So that's the clue I'll give you.
Okay.
I'm teasing it for next time to keep people on the edge of their seats and whatnot.
Are you doing a cosplay orgy, Drummer Matt? Are you literally going to do a Dragon Ball Z orgy?
No.
Is that what you're doing?
No.
Can you pretend that's what you're doing?
No.
Oh, that is what I'm doing. Thank you, Drummer Matt.
If I had to say that is not what I'm doing, you can just cut out the not, right?
I probably could, but people might notice. I think that's about us for this week.
I think that is,
I think
yes.
that is. We've talked about animes and shanties and Pokemans and recording and fish and chips
And a bit more Pokemans.
and a bit more Pokemans.
And a bit about Aldi.
Quite a lot
Aldi.
about Aldi.
Quite a lot about Aldi. Aldi is the best game.
Well, like, one of us is going to sit down and try and edit through this, and is just going to look at it and go, they were talking about Aldi for like 20 minutes. I honestly don't know what to make of this.
I could
What
literally
is-
delete that and replace it with fart noises, and it'd probably have more content.
It would be about as interesting to people.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like, minor percentage of our audience that are, like, super big Aldi enthusiasts.
Oh, we do attract a good few Aldi enthusiasts, to be fair. That is a part of our demographic.
Oh, yeah, it shows up on Google's analytics and everything.
Oh, that's weird, yeah.
So we should probably go now and stop talking about Aldi.
Yeah.
We should, okay.
Bedtime. Woo.
Yeah, and you can find Drummer Matt on our couch.
Yep.
If you have any questions for him, just email us or message us or something, and I guess add the suffix of from your couch or to your couch, something like that.
Okay.
That works. Yeah, I don't think anyone will ask Drummer Matt questions.
No,
'cause he's a fucking fully grown man who lives on our couch. So
Yeah. I was kind of worried, though. I was like, what? Did we establish that people can ask Drum and Matt questions?
yes,
Yeah, I want to ask Drummer Matt section.
yeah. Okay, ask Drummer Matt. Like if you've got like any question, like you got love life problems, anything like that. If you want to know about quantum bullets.
Yep, that's fine. I have a broad range of very limited knowledge.
Exactly. So we can do that.
Actually, I do remember that a while ago, a few podcasts ago, we did ask like if anyone had a suggestion for what Drummer Matt's YouTube channel should eventually be, and someone did actually answer. I will go and find it for you right now
Ooh.
because I forgot to tell you what it was.
Okay.
Here we go. Cheddy Filming said Drummer Matt should do a channel on the fascinating world of drums and the connection they have with downright deviancy. We all know drummers are the most deviant in any band.
Okay.
So that's what your YouTube channel should be about.
Right. Is it a whole channel? Not just a video, a whole channel.
A whole channel.
A whole
Okay.
channel about how you're a massive pervert because you like drums.
Alright.
So this is where you can fold in the kitty ears into it.
Yeah, this is
See-
true.
Everything's coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
then
can
before
talk...
you know it, you'll be on the fluffy kitty tail butt plugs.
Do they exist?
Yes, they do exist.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I wanted to make fake keyboard sounds, but I didn't know if any of the buttons would stop the recording, so I don't know. But
So yeah, that's what you should do.
I might not do that.
That's okay. That's okay if you don't do that. I can't imagine getting any more material for just one video than like an entire channel on it. Seems
Well,
like
hey,
quite a
at
big task.
least they had an idea, whereas Matt's had nothing. So
Yeah,
Yeah, this is true. I can't. I want an idea, but I just don't have one yet.
but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out together.
hey, maybe you can just film yourself going to Aldi.
You could be like a
Yes.
secret shopper and basically just go and secretly film Aldi and just talk about how pretty it is.
Oh, I've got it. No, go into like different Aldis all around the country and rate them. You can start ratemyaldi.com.
They're all basically the same, but sometimes mirror imaged.
Shh! Don't tell people that. They don't know.
Yeah, no, and that's it. And every single time you give it a solid 8 out of 10. Every single video.
A perfect 5 out of 7.
Oh God.
Yeah, just every time. Perfect 5 out of 7. And that's like part of it. It's part of the format. It's a formality, but people grow to be used to it, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So,
us
yeah,
getting
something-
things wrong.
Yeah.
That's part of the format.
Yeah.
And us being bad at video games, that's part of the format.
It's all part of the gimmick, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not actually bad at games. You're just pretending for your videos.
No, it's all an
yeah.
affectation. It's fine.
We don't even have hands.
What, are we acting? So when you see us on camera and we have hands, we're acting
This
like
is the
we
thing.
have hands.
We just act really hard. I don't want to go any further with this. I'm really tired. It's
Yeah,
warm in here. I'm
We've
sorry.
gone off on a tangent. It's,
Yes.
A
it's
little bit.
bedtime. Cool.
Yes, it is bedtime.
All right then, guys. Bye bye, internet.
Bye-bye,
Yes.
internet.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much for joining us, and we're sorry again for Aldi fellation or whatever it is we're doing.
What?
Fellating Aldi.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is. We just need a hard stop. Now.
Yeah. We just need
Okay.
to stop.
Okay, we're gonna go. Go do your homework and eat your vegetables.